My name is Carol Lee Layton McAtee, and I was born in Safford, Arizona, raised here in Thatcher. And my name does have some significance because I was born a week before Christmas. And so Mother never really said much, but she took Carol from the Christmas carols. And Lee, my folks were good friends with Uric Lee and his wife who lived in town. I never thought I'd get back into education. I never did. And so when we moved back, John said there was that opening, and he said, well, you can teach if you want. I taught for 5 or 6 years and then moved up, maybe it was more than that, to be assistant principal and then principal at Thatcher High School. And Sherry Dew talks about your divine orbit. She said we all need to find our divine orbit where the Lord wants us to be and where we can do the best. And I used to think, well, it was working with all those young women, but I think part of it was being at Thatcher High School. I enjoyed my association with the kids and the influence that I was able to have there, and it was part of my divine orbit, I think.
I'm not in charge anymore, but I just want you to know I had surgery this past year, and it's true. I bleed green, I always have, and I always will. It has been a distinct honor and privilege for me to spend the past 25 years with this community's sons and daughters, and I thank you for that.
My patriarchal blessing tells me I will have an influence with the rising generation. And so that's where I've spent most of my time in the church with, 20 years as a Stake Young Women's president in 2 different stakes. And then being an influence in a public school, you can still do good there too. That's probably my greatest accomplishment. Sister Kat, she and I were just really good friends. And I was up there one time and it was in a meeting. And she had me stand up and she said, I want to introduce Sister McAtee. And she said, she is proof that girls' camp will not kill you. She said she's gone to girls' camp as a Stake Young Women's president for 19 years, and look at her, she's just fine. Oh, how did I start doing the tea parties? That's a cute story too, and I really don't remember specifics other than Alexandria Alder wanted a tea party. I thought, well, I can do that, and I can do that for all the little ones. They've changed a little bit through the years, and I still give them a little manners, but we don't set the full tea sets anymore. Yeah, and I have a tea set that was mine when I was a little kid. I have a tea set that John bought for me. I have a lot of tea sets. Probably the hardest thing was being single for so long. So all I could think of was having kids and being a mother. And for a while, I just really worried that maybe I'd done something wrong, that it hadn't happened. And I thought, gosh, what did I do? And will it ever happen? And through a lot of prayer and a lot of self-searching, I guess, I just realized that this was, especially with working in the young women for as long as I did, that maybe this was my calling. And then I learned that I didn't have to bear children to love them. I appreciated my brothers and sisters sharing their kids, so I could be the favorite aunt. All it takes is time and money to be the favorite aunt. But it was just really hard, but I finally worked through it and realized that the Lord was aware of me and I was doing things that were good. If it was meant to be in this life, it would happen. Somebody'd say, well, Carol, why aren't you married? And I'd say, well, as soon as I find somebody that deserves to be as happy as I'd make him, then I'll marry him. Then John McAtee showed up. My testimony has been my strength. It's been the thing that, as I said, when I was single for so many years, I knew, and I've been blessed and grateful that I've always had a testimony. Even when I was younger, I never doubted it. My parents taught me about the gospel, and I just have always known it was true. I've never questioned it, and it's been the rock that has seen me through. And when John died so suddenly, I just thought, gosh, I'd been single for so many years before I met him, and now I've been single for more years than when I was married to him. You just have faith in the gospel and that It is your guiding light, and Jesus Christ is there because of his atonement for you. The temple means to me is peace. That I can go and feel my Savior's love for me, probably there as much as any place else, and know that his plan of salvation is for me and my benefit, and know that I am blessed with the comfort of knowledge of the truthfulness of it all, and that it also provides me, especially now that John's not here, knowing that I'll get to see him soon, and we'll be together again. That's the main lesson, that I don't think I could have gotten through his death without knowing that we were sealed and we'll be together again someday. Right now, I've really enjoyed compiling this book that I'm just about to finish. It's taken me about 4 or 5 years of my parents and their history. Just learning to appreciate my history and the heritage that I have. We need to appreciate our forefathers and learn from them. Just learn to appreciate the heritage that you have, because their blood's in your veins too, I just feel like I've been really blessed with the parents I have. I can't talk about them without crying. But my father was a man of integrity. He was very quiet. He didn't talk a lot, but you knew what he meant when he said something. He loved my mother. They had a love story that started when they were both 7 years old in grade school, and neither one of them looked at anybody else. And Mother was always kind. I always knew my mother was on my side, no matter what. She was very unselfish. I think we have to remember that everybody is fighting a battle. We're all trying to just get through and do the very best we can, and we learn to appreciate each other's challenges, and maybe you won't ever know what their challenge is, and that's why you should be kind to people and treat them with respect, because everybody's fighting hard battles. And be kind to people. Watch out for people around you, and we're all here to help each other, and just always look out for the other person. Hold tight to the iron rod and always follow the prophet. He is not going to lead you astray. And even though there are times when you think, I don't need it, or I can do without it, you can't. You need the restored gospel in your life, and you need to listen to the prophet.
Promised One will come again to cleanse, to bless, to claim his own. And you and I, who have forgotten what we saw when first he came, will see again, and sing again, and praise again. Look forward then with hope, for he has promised. We appreciate you spending this time with us. Merry Christmas.